Let's talk about how to set financial goals for this year that you can actually achieve. Hi, guys. Happy New Year. Let's talk about 5 tips that I have that can help you save money and achieve every financial goal you set for yourself this year. So, the first tip I have is you have to relieve the pressure, right? There is a difference in saying goal and saying resolution because it's the way your mind thinks, right? I don't know about you, but when I hear the word resolution, to me, it's like, okay, it's something I'm going to try, but I'm not excited about it. Like, and they say that most New Year's resolutions actually are given up by February 15th. So instead, take the momentum of the beginning of the year and use it to your favor, right? Isn't there like a difference? There's a shift in energy in the beginning of the year. So instead of saying my New Year's resolution is, say, you know what, this year my goal is blank, fill in the blank. And if it's a financial goal, I'm here for you. So now that you've got your mind set on a goal and it's more positive, stop putting pressure on yourself. Because when you put pressure on yourself, you're not going to be able to achieve what you want because it has to be a positive experience. As I coach my clients, I have to say that once they shift that mindset from I have to budget, I have to save money, I have to pay off my credit cards, to I am so excited with each paycheck because I am no longer stressed about my finances. They start achieving goals so fast, and then they're like, I can't believe it's this easy. The same thing goes for setting goals for the year. If you relieve the pressure of saying, I have to instead saying, I want to, this is my goal, by relieving that pressure off of you, you make it fun, which is my next tip. You have to make it fun, right? So, what I suggest for you to do is take that big goal and chop it up into smaller goals. When you have a small goal, it's more achievable. So, if your goal, for example, is to be credit card debt free and you have 5 credit cards that you want to pay off, instead of thinking to yourself, I have $25,000 of credit card debt that I'm going to pay off this year. That's my goal. How about saying, I'm going to pay off my first credit card? Take that big goal and cut it down into smaller chunks. And by doing that, you make it more achievable, which is my next tip. By making it more achievable, all of a sudden, your mind shifts and you're like, I can do this. In so many months, I already paid off my first credit card. Okay, now I'm going to tackle the next credit card. But before you do that, take a pause. Instead of just moving on to the next goal, by doing that, you're making, again, it being such a long process before you finally are able to say, I did it. So instead, after you finish paying off that first credit card, if this is your goal, stop and celebrate. It doesn't have to be an expensive celebration. When my husband and I were paying off $48,000 of credit card debt, which we did in 2 years, I never thought to myself, okay, $48,000 of credit card debt. Instead, I broke it down. And every time we paid off a card, we paused and we celebrated. I had a little bit of a cash fund set aside. So every time that we paid off a card, we went out to dinner to a seafood restaurant that we really loved. I would bring a bottle of wine because I was not going to buy alcohol there. You can actually bring wine there. And that way I cut expenses there. And we were able to celebrate for a night, just us. No talking about kids or work or anything else. And we were just able to sit in that moment and say, like, we did it. Like, we paid off our first card. So whatever goal you have, and I'm not saying go out to an expensive dinner, and I'm not saying set money aside for it. It could be something completely free. I have a client who every time that she achieves one of her goals, she gets in the car and she goes to the beach. Even in the winter time, I got a picture of her with her big coat on and a hood on, and she's smiling because she took a moment to just be in that moment and think to yourself, I did it. And then you move on to your next goal. By doing that, it becomes fun And again, that mindset shift, it becomes fun. And when something is fun, again, it's achievable. You're no longer stressed about it. It's something that becomes like a game. How fast can I get to my next goal? And that way, February 15th can come and go, and it doesn't matter because you're still in the game. My next tip is, if you have a savings goal and it's not about paying off debt, you want to achieve a certain amount in an emergency fund or vacation fund or anything like that. One thing that I did is, and it worked from day one, I was like, again, mindset shift, is I set up an account that I was putting money into every time I could to reach my savings goal, and I named it. Anyone who's watched me knows what name I gave it. We were saving up for Disney, so it was the Disney Fund. And by having it be named Disney Fund instead of savings account 1234, all of a sudden it became something that was fun because I had an amount that I wanted to hit. So every time I had extra cash, I dropped it in that account and dropped it into that account. And I saw the Disney Fund grow and grow and grow. I have my clients name each account and they say it's fun. They say it's fun because it's no longer like I've got this much in savings. It's like, no, if you have 4 savings goals, set up 4 savings accounts and name them. And that way, every time you put even $1 into each one, it gives you that little sense of like, yeah, I did it. And then you see your accounts continue to grow. And at that point, you're like, I'm achieving this goal. I'm achieving this goal. So naming your accounts can make such a difference. If you want to see how I help my clients save and reach their goals, I'm constantly bragging about them and posting testimonials on Instagram. So follow me along on Instagram and I will show you not only how we continue to achieve our goals, but how my clients do the same. And I offer you money saving tips along the way and some fun motivation so that you can continue on this positive money journey. So follow me on Instagram. And my last tip is to have a visual cue. When I was saving up for Disney, I've said this before, and I was physically in the office, I had a picture of the Disney castle and it was taped to the bottom of my monitor. And the reason why I did it at work is because work was a temptation for me. They would order lunch and I would really want to order with them because my coworkers, they order from such great restaurants like sushi, which I never really have and I love. It could be anything. It could be the vending machine. It could be the vending machine. And whenever I would be tempted to spend money at work, I would just look at that castle picture and I thought to myself, nope, this money instead is going into that Disney fund. And so I would say no, and I would save so much because every time that they ordered, it was between $15 and $25. So think about it. To eat lunch at my desk, I was gonna possibly be spending that much. So what visual cue do you want to set for yourself that you can look at wherever you're tempted to spend money so it can keep you on track? Post it down below. Let's keep each other motivated throughout the year. But whatever it is, just make a poster of it, make a picture of it. My clients, one of the tips that I offer them, and a lot of them are like, I love that, is as they're paying off debt, which is what I did, I listed all of my credit cards in the order that I wanted to pay off the debt. And every single time before my husband and I got a chance to celebrate, as soon as I hit that last payment, I would go and I would tear off that piece of that credit card that I just paid off. And I would just like crumble it up and I would throw it in the garbage and I'd be like, yes, I did it. And then I saw that list get smaller and smaller and smaller. And again, that kept me in the game and it kept my mindset positive. So sometimes literally a picture is worth 1,000 words. And if those words are, hey, don't overspend, or hey, stop emotionally spending, or hey, you're so close to hitting your goal, don't do it, don't shop when you don't have to. Whatever you need to hear, that picture can definitely help. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If your goal is to get your money right in 2023, I am offering not just a strategy call, which is what I normally do, but an actual coaching call with me. I want to show you how I coach. I want to help you break through your money mindset blocks and help you get aligned to your goals. And I can even help you plan out the entire year so that you can reach that goal. And the session is completely free. So spots are limited, but if you're interested, the calendar link is down below. Make sure to book quickly because again, I only have a few spots and they're gonna fly. So if you're ready, reach out. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd love for you to share it with someone who can also use the motivation and these tips to reach their goals. And if you liked it, please click the like button. And if you like this video, I'm sure you're gonna like these two right here. And I will see you on Thursday. Bye.